And hello YouTube, this is GSmaniamsmart and I'm throwing another brand new video for Gaming with GS. And today I want to take a look at Guild Wars 2 and just talk about the spring quarterly update that's going to be released on April 19th. It has been confirmed that April 19th will be the release of the spring update. And, well, in coincidence, that is exactly the same time when Super Adventure Box will be ending also. So we are 5 days away from the spring update. If you're watching this, obviously the next day, if I upload this late, then it'll be 4 days away from the update. But I just wanted to go over some of the things we can expect to see, some of the theories of what could possibly be in the patch, what we will be seeing in the patch, and talk about the recent sneak peek trailer that they have released and they've uploaded to their YouTube channel. So this is going to be one of these talking videos. If you want to minimize the video and just play some Guild Wars 2 or do whatever you were doing and just listen to me talk, it'll be great. That'll be a great way to listen to this video. If you want to watch the footage, I think I'm probably going to be doing dailies. I might do PvP. I haven't recorded the footage yet, but you'll see the footage on screen if you want to watch. Either or is fine. So if you haven't seen the sneak peek trailer that they released on the 14th, which is today, or if you're watching tomorrow, it was yesterday, then I'll go ahead and play it for you guys right now. It's fairly short, so it isn't too long. If you want to go ahead and take a look at the screen right now to see the trailer. So not much in the trailer. In fact, this sneak peek was heavily disliked. It has like so many, I think it has like an 80-85%. I'd even push it to 90% dislike rate when I saw it today. And I'm not surprised at all. I mean, you know, we haven't had much new content coming for the past few months, and you'd expect that the spring quarterly update brings something new, but nothing is really shown in the trailer, in the sneak peek. We see that there could be the legendary shortbow. That is pretty clear. You'll see one of the Sylvari has the legendary shortbow, and it looks pretty cool. So, I mean, those of you who use shortbow, you'll definitely be excited for that. I personally don't use shortbow, so I could care less for it. But they are releasing the next legendary weapon. What it looks like, it seems like we're getting a Megadestroyer update. The Megadestroyer world boss maybe getting a revamp. That's what a lot of people have theorized. That's what it looks like to me as well. Could it be something with jump pads again and gliding? I wouldn't be surprised. Just like the Shatterer was sort of a boring encounter where you stood at one spot and just pressed the one key, Megadestroyer really isn't any different. I mean, when I do Megadestroyer, that's literally what everyone does. You could go AFK in Megadestroyer. I mean, you may die more than you would doing the Shatterer, but you know, it's cool. It's a cool idea. I like that they did this. I'm excited for the Megadestroyer update. I want to see what they've changed on it. I'll definitely be doing a lot more. One of the reasons I never do Megadestroyer a lot is because of that very reason. I never did Shatterer much because it was just a boring encounter. I never did Megadestroyer a lot because I didn't really like the encounter. But now that they're changing this, I may do Megadestroyer a lot. So, I mean, that's something good. I like that they're actually improving some of the world bosses. However, apart from that, what else is there really? The Cliffside boss seems to have a reskin. I don't really know why they did that. For those of you who have any ideas on that, go and leave in the comments section because I really don't know what that's about. And it seems like we're getting a new glider, which is the Ad Infinitum. I don't really know if that's going to be a gem store item. I don't know if that's going to be earnable, but we'll have to see. It's probably going to be a gem store item because that's kind of what a lot of the new glider skins have been. But apart from those few things, there's not really much else that we saw in the sneak peek. In fact, the entire trailer, or sneak peek trailer, was 33 seconds long, and only 11 seconds of it were content. The other 22 seconds were pretty much logos, text, and a buy screen for Heart of Thorns. So I'm guessing that's why a lot of people dislike the sneak peek. Personally, I didn't dislike the sneak peek. I didn't like it. I feel indifferent about it. I mean, they're releasing content. That's all I really care about personally. At least they're fixing something. It'd be great if they actually released new content, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just too optimistic about these things. So that's basically all the sneak peek has to offer. Now, what else will we definitely be getting in the spring quarterly update? Mike O'Brien did make a post quite a while ago in March. You probably have seen this already, or maybe you forgot about it, but apparently they're going to be fixing the desert borderlands for World versus World, and we'll basically have a second chance at playing through the borderlands for the spring quarterly update. They have stated that they will be replacing the desert borderlands with the alpine borderlands, which I prefer. I've always liked the alpine borderlands more. I know that map very well. I used to do some commanding on it, and I've just always had a good experience on the alpine borderlands in World vs. World. One of the main reasons I didn't play World vs. World much ever since Heart of Thorns update is because the new borderlands just seems very big, and I feel lost in it. It feels very daunting, and part of that may be my own fault because I never really wanted to dive into it. Maybe I was listening too much to the negativity of the community, but quite frankly, I just never felt interested to learn the new map. I don't know what it was. Whenever I went onto the World vs. World map, there weren't many people there. That's just what I saw. I never saw many people there. I didn't really see many commanders. I'm in Stormbluff Isle, and that server does do some PvP. That server does do some World vs. World, not PvP. It does do some World vs. World. So, I don't know. But for those of you who do World vs. World, I guess this is another chance for you to try Desert Borderlands. They're going to be taking some feedback for the second time around, but they will be restoring the old Borderlands, which I'm looking forward to because I want to do some more World vs. World on the old Borderlands. I've always liked that one more. So apart from that, they're also lowering scribing costs. Now, apparently they're changing some recipes or lowering the amount of materials needed for certain recipes. They're allowing certain mats to be bought with some currencies. I'm guessing that's how they're going to be lowering the costs. A lot of people have thrown out speculation of how they're doing it. They haven't really stated how exactly they're doing it. But this is interesting to me. If their goal is to lower the price of scribing costs, right now it's at a very high price because materials are scarce, I'm guessing. I haven't looked into the issue that much because I've just seen everyone say, oh, scribing costs are so high, scribing costs so much money. So I've really just been discouraged. But what I have read is that a lot of things are expensive. So I have read that they will be increasing the drops of scribing materials. So that's a good sign. However, what interests me is that right now, not many people are doing scribing and the price is high, which means demand is low and supply is low too. Now, when everyone is doing scribing because apparently prices are going to be lower after the spring quarterly update, doesn't that mean that demand will be high? And if supply is still low or relatively higher, then prices will still be high? I don't know. It depends on how they lower scribing costs. If they lower it by, giving us the drops from more encounters, from more events, from more mob killings, then it'll all just depend on how many people are selling on a trading post. But I'd like to know from you guys, what do you guys think? How do you guys think they're countering this problem? How do you think scribing costs will be lowered, if they'll be lowered? Or do you think we're going to see a lot of people doing it and it'll sort of be like scraps where everyone needs scraps and it's just something that's going to be always relatively high? Let me know what you guys think. Apart from that, they're also going to be fixing the Heart of Thorns map events. They said they're going to be fixing this for a long time now, but apparently in the spring quarterly update, it's actually going to be legitly implemented, where they're making it a lot more casual, player friendly, where you don't have to complete the entire event, or you don't have to wait forever for an event to start. So once again, no one really knows how they're exactly doing it, but what people have suggested or found most possible for them to do is that they've reduced the amount of participation you need to actually gain credit, or they've also reduced the amount of things you need to do in an event, or do you even need to complete it to get the rewards? Because if you think about it, you don't get the big reward until you complete the event to the very end. And if you don't have a super high participation, you really won't even get the reward till the end. So I'm curious how they're tackling that issue. It will make Heart of Thorn map event farming a lot more enjoyable, I guess. It won't be as time consuming as it was. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are looking forward to that as well. And this has been one of their focuses. They've been trying to make everything in the game a lot more rewarding. They've acknowledged the fact that Heart of Thorns did have some grindiness to it, and they want to make the content more rewarding. to allow different players with different play styles to get rewarded. Because if you think about it right now, only team play is encouraged. You have to basically do everything as a team in these events to get the best rewards. So perhaps they're focusing a bit more on solo play style. For those people who like to play a bit solo more, they can actually get some reward as well. Also, they're making the availability of adventures to be a lot more accessible. If you notice, there's been some problems with being able to do some of the adventures around the different Heart of Thorns map when certain events are going. Apparently, that is continuously being addressed so that we can do these adventures a bit more and have more fun with them. And they're also possibly going to be adding Heart of Thorns specific daily achievements. Perhaps that's going to be coming with the quarterly update as well. That is just a speculation. I would think it's coming because it makes the most sense to have Heart of Thorns specific daily achievements. Right now, we don't have any dailies for Heart of Thorns specific maps. So it only makes sense to me that they add HOT dailies to the current dailies if they're already going to be addressing the reward system and making everything a bit more casual friendly. So I hope that they add dailies for the Heart of Thorns maps. I really hope they do, because that would be a great incentive for a lot of people to continue to do Heart of Thorns maps and not just avoid them. And lastly, what we think could possibly be coming as well, and once again, it only makes sense because they're obviously addressing the reward system of Heart of Thorns maps, perhaps the gear in the new maps is a lot more obtainable as well and easier to obtain as well. So that's pretty much all the guaranteed information that we have. Some of it is a bit speculation that could possibly come in. Maybe it won't be coming in, but they are for sure addressing the reward system and addressing how you get rewarded in the Heart of Thorns maps. So that's pretty much anything relevant to PvE. So let's go ahead and move on to PvP. They haven't really said anything about PvP. Nothing in the sneak peek trailer was released about PvP. And Michael Bryan didn't mention anything about PvP in the spring quarterly update message he wrote on the forums either. So will they be balancing things again? Clearly they'll be balancing PvP things again, but will there be any new content? We have heard that new PvP maps are being made. Could we have a new PvP map perhaps? It seems unlikely because they have said they're focusing on improving existing maps, so maybe we'll see improvements to some of the existing maps. However, it'd be great, it'd be a real surprise to me if they actually add a new PvP map. That would be awesome. They are working on them, so who knows when they'll actually be released, but it'd be a great surprise if they release a new PvP map. I highly doubt it, because most of this patch is all revolved around improving current content. And while we're on the note of that, I actually want to talk about it just a little bit. Improving current content, a lot of people seem to be sour about this patch a little bit, mainly because they feel like developers are taking the time now to basically make all the systems better, to make Heart of Thorns better, to make PvP better, to make fractals better, which we'll go over in a second, to make world bosses better. Shouldn't all this have been done in the past 2 or 3 years when Colin was around? That's what some people are saying. Other people are appreciating the fact that they're fixing all this. I'm appreciating the fact that they're fixing all these things. You know, I can see other people's point that this should have been done earlier. I can see that, but at the same time, I'm not sitting complaining they're fixing the game. If they're fixing the game, they care about the game, and if they care about the game, then that's all I really care about. As long as they're doing something and not doing anything, then, and not doing not anything, I guess, double negatives. You know what I mean. As long as they're doing something with the game, making it better, I'm happy. So, yeah. Not much for PvP. They said that they might be bringing back some of the missing armor sets for PvP. That would be really cool. If we have some of the missing armor sets come back into the PvP, we can earn those again. That would make PvP a little more encouraging for people to do. So perhaps they'll be releasing that. Once again, just speculation. None of this has been specifically stated to be coming in the April release. However, this has been mentioned in the AMA that'd be coming soon. So the fact that there hasn't been any PvP content stated to be released, it would only make sense that they at least throw some of this stuff in, because why not, you know? And that's pretty much all for PvP that I can really speculate about, that has really been talked about, and that could possibly be in the spring update. Now for raids, I'm pretty sure if they were going to release a new Raid Wing, then they'd obviously make a sneak peek little video clip and add it to the sneak peek trailer. However, no one saw anything about that. We do know that several encounters of the third Raid Wing, the Forsaken Thicket, are playable, and they're in a playable state. So if you want to be optimistic about it, maybe they'll release it. I highly doubt it though, because I'm pretty sure they'll release a blog post on that. And they always do like a little trailer for that. So I don't think they're going to be releasing a new Raid Wing. I think that's going to be coming in May or in June. That's what people are thinking. I'm thinking that too. Probably May or June we'll see a third Raid Wing. However, what they could possibly be implementing this patch is a Raid LFG. Wouldn't that be a great thing to have a Raid LFG? I've been wanting this for quite some time now, because I don't have 9 friends who want to do raid with me. I mean, sometimes I'm discouraged to even look for a raid party, because I'll be sitting in looking for a group and no one really picks me up. So I think it'd be great if they have a raid LFG system where people can actually post their group, see what they're looking for. If one group is doing like a noob run for newbie players to learn the raid, that would be great. It would really encourage people to do raids more. In the Dungeons LFG, I always see it that some people say like, oh, dungeon run for newbies, welcome to join. That stuff right there is great for the game. So it'd be great if they add a raids LFG system. They said they're going to be implementing it soon. Will it be coming with this patch? I'm not sure. It'd be great if it will be. I don't know how hard it is to add that to the game, but it's been mentioned. Maybe we'll see it. Maybe we won't see it. And that's pretty much all the speculation I have on raids. That's pretty much all information we've been given in the past on raids, and nothing has been stated for raids that will be coming into the spring updates. So everything I just said could be a possibility. Perhaps we'll see it. It'd be great if we do. Maybe we won't. We probably won't. And the last thing I want to go over are fractals and dungeons. Now, fractals, a lot of developers have stated in the Reddit AMA and across the forums that they want to release a fractal update where new fractals will be coming. Now, clearly that has not been stated by Mike O'Brien to be a definite in the next patch. What has been stated to be a definite are new fractal achievements, like I've said earlier, and replacing some of the old fractal achievements, like I've said earlier. However, what could be some possibilities, which they're not telling us, but maybe we'll see them in the patch, we know that they're working on these things, so maybe we'll see them, are new fractal instabilities that will slowly phase out the old ones. Maybe we'll see something like that. Maybe they'll release some new fractal instabilities. They said they're going to be improving the fractal rewards. They would say they're going to be improving the fractal game mode, which is a definite in this patch. We don't know exactly, once again, we don't know anything of the exact details of how they're going to be doing this, but we do know they're going to be improving fractals. I don't know how they're going to be doing it. Maybe they'll be doing it with new instabilities. Maybe they'll be doing it with better rewards. Who really knows? I don't know. It's just a theory here. And whether they'll be releasing a new fractal, they said they want to release new fractals. They say that they've been working on new fractals. One of the fractals is in playable state. Highly doubt it's going to be released, but once again, it'd be great if it was released, because this quarterly update really doesn't have any new content really. So if they do just release a new PvP map, if they do just release, one new fractal, it'd be great, but I doubt it. So all these things I've told you so far are speculation, and some of it are definites, and some of these are things that I doubt. So what do I think is really going to come in this patch? The dungeon nerf being reverted. I think if it's anything they should be doing at this point. Now we know they don't have a dungeon team. So once again, maybe this won't be coming, but I think it's in their best interest to have the dungeon nerf be inverted, because they've said that the dungeon nerf was unnecessary. And if you look at what we're getting for this quarterly patch, it really isn't much. It's the definite things we know. It's a legendary shortbow, it's a new glider, it's a Megadestroyer update, it's fixes to the Desert Borderlands, scribing costs lowered, and Heart of Thorn events being fixed, and fractal achievements being fixed. A lot of things being fixed. There's not really anything new. So wouldn't it be awesome if they reverted the dungeon nerf and actually made dungeons popular again, I think it'd be a great idea. I think it'd be healthy for the game, especially now since we're in this content drought. And those people who feel like we're in this content drought, I sort of feel it. I sort of agree with it. So don't hate on me in the comments. And a lot of people have been telling me, "What are you talking about, content drought? What are you talking about, content drought?" Right? By content drought, I mean that they haven't released anything new for a while. So I think it'd be great if they reverted the dungeon nerf. However, I'm just being optimistic about it. I don't know if they're actually going to do it. I think it'd be healthy for the game at this stage that we're in, because I constantly see negativity from people. I constantly see hate comments. I constantly see people saying, "Oh, the game's dying. Oh, if they keep on doing this, they need to step up their game, blah, 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 blah." I see constantly all this negativity, and I hate seeing it because I love this game. So I think it'd be great if they revert the dungeons. Clearly, Mike O'Brien hasn't said anything to us about it. If we see it in the patch notes, it'd be great. If we don't, then I guess we're just stuck with what they give us. So that's pretty much all I have to talk about. Hopefully you enjoyed the update ramble session, I guess. I don't know if you guys found it helpful. If you guys found it informative, great. If you want to leave some comments in the comments section, I'll be down there discussing with you as I usually do. Any questions, any suggestions, comments, leave it all down there. It'd be great if we can all chat about this. If you want to see something in the spring update, let me know. What would you want to see in spring update? Would you want to see dungeon nerf reverted as well? Would you want to see a new fractal maybe? Let me know in the comments section. If you haven't subscribed yet, go and subscribe. We have plenty of other Guild Wars 2 content on our channel already. And if you want to participate in the Q&A that I might be doing a new Q&A. I don't know yet. I haven't received any new questions. I still have a lot of questions from the last Q&A. So if I'll do a Q&A, I'll definitely take those questions that I still haven't answered last time. But if you want to leave a new question, I'll leave a link to the last Q&A. Just leave your questions in the last Q&A video. There'll be a card on screen right now. Also, we made it past 2,000 subscribers, guys. Thanks a lot. Means a lot. Remember, once we get to 2.5K, we're going to have a 100 gold giveaway through the Belcher's Bluff tournament. Once we get near that, I'll release more details on that. And yeah, that's pretty much all I want to go over. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Hopefully you have a great evening, and I'll speak with you guys again soon. Thank you for watching. I hope that this video helped you out in any way. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It'll really help me out. If you didn't like it, you can leave a comment below as well and give some feedback. If you have any other comments or questions, please leave them in the comments as well. And I usually try my best to answer those comments within the next 24 to 48 hours, depending on how busy I am. I also have plenty of other content on my channel about different gaming tutorials, as well as general gaming videos for Guild Wars 2, League of Legends, Minecraft, and any others that you may be interested in. So if you're interested in that type of stuff, check it out. And if you like what you see, you can subscribe too. Would really appreciate it. You can also check out my other channels and social medias as shown on the screen right now. And with that, thank you so much, everyone. And this is GSmaniamsmart. Now be back sooner than you think. Don't go anywhere.